might share some of my SANS experience with you guys. Now, obviously, I have done a few courses with SANS, and I've been able and fortunate to do these through what is called a work study process. Now, I wanted to give you guys a behind the scenes look of what it takes to be a facilitator at SANS, what is expected of you, and just overall what my experience has been. There will be a link below the video that will explain to you the process of going to apply for a work study. What this basically means is that you can attend the course at a reduced fee in exchange for working. Now, being a facilitator has a couple of facets to it. It's not just you pitch up and you do a few things. So you will be expected to arrive early to the event. It depends on where the event is, the size of the event, and your event coordinator. These will be the people that will tell you what to do. Generally, you will be split into groups. You will then help with the loading off of all the stock for the event. You will also help with setup and tear down. So the day before the event is effectively, let's get the classes ready, and working as a team is important here, because if you all target the rooms and keep them uniform, the standard remains high. Now, as a facilitator, you might also be expected to network your room. This depends largely on the course that you will be attending and what is within your team's ability. Now, it's very easy to network the rooms or set up a router. So if you understand what a router is, you understand what a switch is, and you understand what a LAN cable is, you will be fine. SANS supplies you with detailed schematics to that. So the day of the event, what is expected of you? This is probably the day that you will arrive the earliest. This is the day where students get registered. No one really knows where to go, and you will help the event coordinators to manage the swarms of students. This is pretty much like herding kittens, but it's super fun. Your facilitator experience is what you make of it. If you approach it with an open mind, wanting to be helpful, wanting to learn, it is an experience that no one else can come close to. You will, as a facilitator, be responsible for your rooms during break times, during lunch times. Best is to work in teams, take turns to do lunch. One day one goes first, the next day another one goes first, vice versa. Working together really makes it easier. The most important thing about being a facilitator is getting to know your instructor. You are there to make sure that your instructor has everything that he needs. If he or she doesn't have what they need, you can liaise with your event coordinator. Usually at break time at 3 o'clock, you will be asked to go fetch the evaluation forms. Now, I know from experience students hate filling them in, but I always try and explain to them that this is a metric that SANS uses to establish how the day is going, get ahead of any problems that occur. They really do play an integral part. These things are actually, at the end of the day, read by both the instructor and the event manager. These things also get sent up to SANS. So they are vitally important in judging a day. I always try and chat to the students and anticipate the room temperatures in the room. Always smile, always friendly, always try and ask questions when the class is quiet. This will help your instructor as well. But you will notice you will get into the groove of things between you and your instructor. You will be tag teaming during that time. You are important to the class and the event manager. You are effectively eyes and ears if someone needs something, if someone doesn't know where to go. So familiarize yourself with the event schematics of which class is where and which instructor is where. You will also be expected to do some at night talks or work at net wars. These are really fun. This doesn't mean you can't play. I was a facilitator in Prague and I got to play net wars and still do what is needed. You experience everything and more as a facilitator. Generally, teaching is very hard work. and you will see that your instructor might get a little bit tired, might need an extra Red Bull or a coffee or a cool drink or a water. Try and always make sure that they have something to drink, something to nibble on, because they don't always get chances in breaks to go out. Offer your assistance. You can only ask and they can decline, or they can choose to accept your offerings. It is important to always make sure that in your red apron, which you will get to wear, you have extra batteries, extra pens, and extra USBs. Now, this is a valuable lesson that I learned in Prague, is to check the USBs for your instructor. Ask the instructor if you can check all the USBs for the class, that they have the right material. If you do this ahead of time, you can identify problems that might occur. These are important little things that I've learned through my experience with facilitating that has made my life a lot easier. Also, listen for your instructor's voice. They will probably start going down as the week progresses, because day 1 to 5 is literally the most intense days of learning. It is trying to cram a lifetime's information down into the minds of students in limited times while offering them breaks. Some classes have boot camps, which mean they go to later. Other classes stick to their routines. It is important that if you hear that your instructor's voice is crackling, this is something that Ree from SANS taught me, is honey, lemon, water. This will help them soothe their throats. Important is to socialize and network. You have access to SANS staff, instructors, students. The most important thing is your SANS experience is what you make of it. If you go in with an open mind, wanting to learn, well, the world is your oyster. It is there for you to explore. Day 6 is probably the most fun. This is the day that you get to apply everything that you've learned in class, both as a facilitator and student, and apply that in a CTF or challenge. Now, here is the thing. Once that is over and everyone's gone home, we have to strike down, tear down, and pack things away and get ready for the vans to upload it. But you'll also find that as a facilitator group, you guys grow together, learn together, and you have each other's backs. Facilitating for SANS is a very unique way of experiencing classes and understanding what goes into these events, understanding the logistics, understanding the work. I can tell you most certainly that being a facilitator for SANS made me want to be an instructor for SANS. And this is just the reason that the hard work that goes into it is not always seen, but the result is there. Students of high caliber is being produced from SANS. So if you feel like you want to be a facilitator and still unsure, you can reach out to me and I will try and give you some more advice. But my advice is, if you're not afraid of hard work, you want to attend a SANS training, you want to do it differently than just being a student, apply at the work study. It's a very competitive race to become a facilitator. Lots of people apply. Pick your event, pick your class, and apply for a couple of them, and throw the dice on this. It has really been one of the most valuable experiences in my life, and the people that I got to meet and the friends that I got to make from being a facilitator was worth carrying the boxes and doing the setup. And I enjoy networking the classes. It's literally something that I enjoy, putting cables and organizing it and setting up for day 6. I enjoyed it on 504 immensely, and we worked as a very good team during that event. And you will meet some awesome event coordinators that literally get to solve problems that you don't think they can solve. They will have it done. Also, you get a chance to play for a coin. Everyone wants a SANS coin. So be a facilitator, work, give back, do your part, have fun, and reach out to me if you want to know more. The next video that I will be making is what to expect from your SANS classes day 1 to 5. Bye.